Hello. It's not March, it's still Feb. It's the middle of the week and I thought I'd just start with this. I've come down after work to try and get ahead of the weekend's work actually. Well, I've come down for two reasons. One of the reasons is this. I have got a swing cylinder for the backhoe, so that leaky thing at the back. At some point in the future, I'll be able to replace that whole thing. And the second reason I'm down is because this weekend we need to get all of that clearing done, get the last trees out. We get the excavator in the following weekend, so I'm here to try and get ahead of it if I can. So I've cut a few up, that'll save us an hour or so Saturday morning. Now I'm gonna use the backhoe to lift this out of the trailer. Well, there it is, heavy old lump. I don't know if this will fit or not. The cylinder will, but the bracket is an unknown. If it can just be chucked on like that, that'd be much easier for me. But, you know, there's always the option of getting it to a hydraulic place and having it rebuilt by a pro anyway. So this might not be where I'll leave it, but for now it keeps it off the driveway. Right, now it's March. In the week, the tractor was hunting a little bit. I think there's still a bit of a fuel issue. Hopefully it's just a bit of a loose line or something. So I'm going to look at that first thing. And then if we can get that sorted, we'll get stuck straight into it. So we've got it cleared now to the last tree, but there's a complication. Got this guy resting on it. That's fallen over in the week at some point. I don't really want to be anywhere near this. It's going to drag the whole branch that's resting on down with it. I think I'm going to come in from a completely different angle and use the winch on the disco to do it from further away. And that's probably the only way we're going to be able to get this down safely. Stressful. Massive. There is the last tree that we kind of needed to get down. That's a bit of a milestone. I know technically there's still, you know, one or two that will also need to come out, but for now, we're feeling pretty accomplished. I mean, when we think about all that we've done over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, you know, you just look at the sky and you can really see the scale of the area that we've cleared in that time. Yeah, it's a big old space really. It's just under 1.5 acres that we've cleared. We did it all ourselves. It's a really good feeling. So we're going to call it there, that's a day. Going to head back into town now. It's getting really bloody hot. We'll see if we can get back again tomorrow and get a bit more done, but to be honest, really happy with what we managed to get done today, so if we don't, no big deal. Good morning, it's the 7th, Friday the 7th, and I've come down to see the gravel get delivered. We've got 3 trucks coming. We'll have to make a bit of a pathway for them. I don't think they'll get around these trees as they are. So that's all 3 loads then. Not that there's much gravel in this, it's just bloody clay. Still, it's very, very cheap and it will hold together better than the clay we've got in the ground as it is. So I'm gonna have to move these trees out of the way and then we're gonna link up the driveway along here to this corner. Alright, so I've done a fair bit. I've moved a lot of wood out the way and started to kind of clear and level some of that linking area between the trees and the corner that we're going to be grading tomorrow. Need to get some builder's line and some stakes and a few other things, line levels and that, as well as stuff for camping. So I'll spend the afternoon doing that and be well rested and ready for the long weekend ahead. Well, this is going to be fun. A bit bigger than I thought it'd be. So I didn't get a tutorial, didn't even get the basic pointers, so here I am figuring out how to drive an excavator. They're giving us all the fruit, the sieve bucket, that's kind of the main thing I'm after, and the grab, which will help us with that stack of trees. Alright, let's work this out. Right, I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's different controls to the backhoe. It's like inverted, so you know, muscle memory needs to go out the window. So I've got the sieve bucket on now, and it's all got a quick hitch, which is nice, so you can just swap the buckets over super easy. So all of this stuff we'd have to do by hand otherwise. So I think what we can do is just sit the excavator in a spot and just keep sieving everything and dumping all this scrap into the loader bucket and then go and throw that on the other side of the clearing. So I've just spent an hour or two sitting on it, pushing it all back. So it was right the way along here, all been pushed over to the back there. Anything we want to keep for firewood has been taken to the other side, and we can get through this later on. The coolant was getting a bit hot, so I've just cooled it there. And then while we've still got the grab on in the morning, we'll carry on doing this stuff. There's still some trees and bits of scrap wood in there that we can pull out as well while that's still on there. But yeah, great machine. It's great when you get both of them running at the same time. You really feel like you're flying through it. Cheers. Okay, it's now Sunday morning. Forecast storms later on. 50% chance of that rolling in. Let's hope it doesn't. So as I said yesterday, I'll just finish up clearing this little bit and then we'll do what we can with the grab while it's still on there, and then we'll start sieving through this stuff. Blown a bloody line. God's sake. I'm hoping it's just worked itself loose. These two here, kind of only hand tight, so if I just nip them up, hopefully that's it. I could do without this. So it looked like it was just loose. I've just nipped it up and it seems to be holding, so keep an eye on it and see if that happens again. Bloody things. So we've moved most of the bigger branches and logs from that area, and we're going to swap out the grab for the sieve bucket. It's now about 2:30, I think. Just had some lunch. Tractor got stalled and won't start, so I'm hoping to just bleed the lines and get that going again. Belly lines popped again, cylinder 2. Right, up and running again. Okay, it's now about 3:45, and yeah, making some real progress. Check this out. So Luce has been on the excavator, expanded all of this side, right round to the other side, and we've filled in all the mine shafts and all the holes that we've dug trees out of along that boundary. And yeah, what's left is this hill in the middle, so tractor will be into it with the loader, Luce will be into it on the digger, and I reckon in about half an hour's time this hill will be no more. And there we go. Wowza. What a space. It is massive.
Beer o'clock, I think.
Oh yeah, I think so. I am cooked. Let's run and get some more diesel. So I thought we'd get a little treat. It's proper stock. So it did rain really heavily last night. Hopefully it'll keep the dust down. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to town just quickly while it's still early. Do a fuel run. Get some other bits as well. Luce can get started, and yeah, by the time I'm back, I'll be well and truly back into it. So this is what I'm after really. You can probably see it on camera, but it's kind of slopes down there. I've dug into this corner, so any runoff will go that way. And then it's a slight crest on the back, and then it's a slow slope all the way into the clearing. So hopefully any water will kind of run off in that direction. It's about lunchtime, and we've kind of got the rough grade in, I think. We've got the driveway link up, as well as kind of largely flat area there, the pad, the site, whatever we want to call it. We've done an area much larger than we're planning on using. So the existing driveway will link into here, take us up. So this is what will get the gravel. And then that area there, I think I'll get in with the backhoe and just use the bucket to kind of drag this real loose stuff off the top, get down to the harder clay underneath. This stuff's like it's like ice and sugar. It's so fine. And it just keeps piling up. As soon as you turn a vehicle, it just turns up a load more. But I think it's looking pretty good now. We're probably pretty close to getting gravel down. There's still a couple of high spots here and there, so maybe we'll get the excavator over and just kind of scalp them. Otherwise, I think it's looking pretty good. Got a nice easy slope going that way, nothing we can't sort out by chocking the bus up. It'll probably go up on sleepers anyway. And Luce has been attacking that hill, been digging through that and filling in that low spot, that cavity. So she's been dragging it and putting it in there. Coming together. Right, it's now about 3:30 and I think we're going to get started on the gravel. Well, Luce is heading off, she's got work tomorrow. I'm going to stay another day. Oh, trying the new driveway out. Bumpy as hell. There we go, it's pretty flat. Not as wide as I want it to be really, but there's still a little bit of gravel over there. I think I'll prioritise this, probably the most important bit, and then I can get some more in to finish off the car park area. But yeah, that's pretty darn flat. Happy with that. Alright, let's get a beer in me. Just had some dinner, got another storm warning. I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was yesterday. It's not thunderstorms. Just having a look at what Luce was doing on this hill. Really done a great job pulling this in. This whole dip, this cavity. We're at half as deep as it was and there's so much fill still there. I think tomorrow I'm going to use the last of that gravel, and then in the coming weeks I'll probably order another maybe 2 or 3 loads actually, and just use the backhoe to fill in and deepen, widen what we've got here already. It's a good start. Right, it's now the Tuesday, the last day, and again, very stormy night. Didn't get much sleep, but don't feel too bad. So, last little push, I'm going to work on this driveway a bit more, use the last of that gravel, and then get stuck into that hill. Spent the whole morning on the driveway and on the pad, and I've cut the pad a little bit, got it a little more level than it was. A bit happier with it now actually. The gravel's super thin, but it's kind of been covered with the dust, so it looks thinner than it is, I reckon. Once we get some rain in, that'll really firm up. I've just chucked the sieve bucket on to have a crack at this hill, and I thought I'd go for that really big tree that was looming over us, and this thing just pushes it straight over. So I've taken off all the live branches. Didn't get it on camera, I'm afraid. It would have been a good shot. I'm gonna have a crack at taking out the main body of it and see if we can get this down as well. So for the last 2 hours or so I've been digging through the hill with the sieve bucket, getting right down into that, giving it a shake and building these nice clean piles, then dumping any scrap that comes out in separate piles. I've probably got about another hour and a half left in the day. Probably got a third of the way through the hill, so it's unlikely it will get finished. But yeah, well through it. Okay, well it's just gone 5 and I should probably call it there, lest I annoy my neighbours. That was a hell of a push this afternoon. The entire hill has been sieved, filtered, separated into good fill and scrap. So we've got all these piles of scrap here. That'll be the first thing to tackle when I get back. Just load it into the backhoe and dump it somewhere. But all these piles is good fill, so this can go wherever. Fill in all the low spots, push it all around. There'll probably be a bit of manual sifting just before we get stuck in. But really, that was a hell of a lot of work for an afternoon. Bloody good machine, that. What a great weekend. Absolutely tons done. Got our pad cleared, got our driveway in, took out that whole hill and we got that last big tree down, all without any of our trademark dramas. All right, back next weekend and keep on keeping on. Morning. It's now Saturday the 15th of March and just taken delivery, some more gravel. I'll continue to fill out that space. Also work the driveway a little bit more as well. Gonna have to move some logs out the way, but otherwise that's the aim for today. So that's most of it put down. It's pretty thin, but I think, to be honest, a lot of this clay is just kind of mixing in with it. So I went over it all with the rake and got a load of the tyre tracks out and the kind of grade lines from the bucket. And I've just spent about half hour just running back and forth with the backhoe, running it in. And it is now real solid underfoot, which is great. Proper solid base. So even if it's kind of mixed in with that clay, it's definitely going to hold together much better. We were told we might get a bit of rain. I don't think it'll be much, but water is definitely what it needs. So I think what I'll do is pack down here now, get the IBC in the trailer, take that home and bring down a load of water in the pressure washer tomorrow and try and give it a bit of a cover. Okay, head back. Head back tomorrow. Well, we got the rain. It's real wet. Wish I bought trousers. Looks great though. It'd be great to fill in this bit as well, but we can do that down the line. The main body of it, the meat of it, is really good. Don't really know what to do with this water. I can't get it out of the trailer, it just weighs too much. Those little clamp-on forks won't do it. So I need to empty it before I can remove it from the trailer. Yeah, not really sure. Seems a bit silly to put it all down on here, it's wet enough. Well, that is a million times better. Much happier. I only really wanted to clean the fuel side. It was just caked, but I did the whole thing. All the levers and pedals and everything all moving so much better as well. Well overdue. Right, I'm soaked. And I just drove a little bit over the new gravel and it's just rolling up the wheel. So I think it's going to be left for another week or two before we're going to start putting any weight on it. I don't know if I will get the container delivered this month. I just want to make sure it's really bedded in. So yeah, I'm going to end the day there and come back next week. Right, back again. It's actually Sunday. Had a lot of rain in the week as well as last weekend's rain as well, and it's really shown where the low spots are. So it's all still a little soft underfoot, but it's definitely getting there. But this is the main issue. Got a lake. So yeah, not today, but we'll work on getting this kind of drained out and then we'll fill it in with some of that clay and then we'll get another few loads of gravel in and fill it in. We've also changed our mind a little bit. So up to this point, we've always intended to have the bus along here, facing that way, and then we'll build a little shower block on the other side of it. That's because the door of the bus is on that side. So you just don't want a long walk from bus to bathroom. So that was the way we were going to do it. But now we're looking at the layout and kind of where the slopes are and how much space we actually have now we've finished the clearing. We're thinking of doing the other way, so we'll have the bus kind of pointing inwards towards the block, which will look better because you'll be able to see the front of the bus, which is nice. We'll build the shower block bathroom on the other side of that. Container over here-ish, so that'll be the power. And it will just make it a lot more compact, neater, tucked away, out the way of the construction site. So we've just pinned out where the container's going to go, and the bus as well. So we're happy that they're in good position. The doors won't hit the bus or anything like that. We've just got our levels as well, and starting to fill in the low spots. And we've got a sleeper that will cut up, and that will actually be what the container rests on. So still a little more fettling once we get it in place. Okay, it's the last day of the month, Sunday the 30th, and I'm just going to get the IBC out of the trailer, and I think I'm going to focus on that low spot, that puddle, get that filled in a bit, bring it up to level, and then in the coming weeks we'll get some more gravel in and fill out that entire side. Just spent a couple of hours working on this low spot. I dug the kind of crown of the high spot here, ripped that up, and pushed everything in, and then I've just been going around digging into this clean fill, just kind of running it back and forth, trying to do it little layer by little layer. And yeah, it's getting there. There's still a bit of a low spot here, so I'll keep building this up, and hopefully this will be less prone to flooding. It's looking a lot better. It's still a little low near this star picket, but hopefully it'll just kind of pull there, and then we can deal with that later. But this is the main body of it, and any low spots in there I think we can just fill with the gravel and address any patches that we've got on there as well. So I'll probably order another 4 or 5 loads of gravel, actually, make sure we've got a lot to work with. I'm just trying to build up around the stakes just to make sure that all 4 corners are at the same height. But kind of running out of loose gravel. So I think I'll finish this once we get the new gravel delivered. I'll make sure I tee that up in the week and have it next weekend. Well, the rain's starting to roll in. Got a hell of a lot done this month. Let's hope we can keep that momentum up next month. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.